What's up, everyone? You are tuned into the Pennsylvania Rock Show, episode number 787. We're coming at you on Metal Shop Radio, Metal Shop 101 Radio, which you can find at metalshop101.com, buildascene.com, musicfromthe412.com. I'm completely blanking on this tonight. megarockradio.net, 107.1 KFGD from St. Louis, Missouri, rooterradio.com, and xrpradio.co.uk in the Highlands of Scotland. This is episode 787, if I didn't say that already. We just heard at the top of the show the Anxiety Effect and their track Roots, and we followed that with Dragonfly Effect, Infected, and I can see that I'm going to have a great show as far as talking and thinking works, so I'm just going to move on and bring our guests on. And they are Josh and Antone from Suppress the Sky. What's up, gentlemen?
Hey, how's it going?
What's going on, Bill? How are you?
Not too bad. Hopefully, my brain stops not cooperating and we'll have a good show.
I think we'll be fine. We got this.
So, I really don't know much about the band, and I did try and research, but I failed. So you guys are going to have to fill in some blanks for me. And probably Josh is going to be the one doing some of that in the beginning. So Josh, tell us a little bit about the band and like how it formed and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we formed a little over 2 years ago in a small town in Pennsylvania called Tamaqua. Me and my brother RJ formed it. We brought in one of our old bass players. His name was James. Yeah, he came in to join us, and we were three-piece for quite a while, and we were up and down about kind of music we wanted to play. If we wanted to do punk rock, we want to do metal. So some of our older stuff is a lot of a mixture of both of those genres.
Cool. And you're a 5-piece now, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
You want to run down who the members are and what they do in the band for me real quick?
So I'm the drummer. Our bass player is RJ. Our lead guitar is Jared. We call him Shredder. Our rhythm guitar is another Josh. And our singer and frontman is Antone.
Who the viewers and listeners of the Pennsylvania Rock Show might recognize Antone from Intoxication at one point. So I'm going to hit you guys with the pizza question right off the bat. And I'm pretty sure you answered it for me once already, so maybe just Josh this time. So the pizza question is a simple one. It's what's the best pizza you've had because you're a musician? So it could be like at a recording session, on your way to a gig, from a gig, at a gig, just so it relates to you as a musician in some way.
Best pizza. Best pizza is the best pizza. After any gig, middle of the night pizza.
Do you have a favorite place?
Yeah, Roma Pizza in Pottsville, Pennsylvania. It's a pretty good place.
I was in Northeastern Pennsylvania recently, and as far east as you can go in Pennsylvania, actually. We were at a place, Bartonsville. I don't know if you guys know where that is. It's kind of near Saylorsburg, and we were touring colleges on the eastern side of the state, but there was a place we went to called Anthony's in Bartonsville. They had New York style pizza. If you're in that area, it was phenomenal. So if anybody's in that area, you can check them out.
I'll have to check it out.
There's two of them within like 9 miles of each other, and I couldn't tell you which one I was at, but I was at one of them. So Suppress the Sky. Where's that band name come from, Josh?
So me and my brother RJ, we were in a band when we were younger, probably 15, 20 years ago. And the band name was called Aiming for Aerial. And I thought, what would be the opposite of aiming for aerial? aiming for the sky. So I thought, well, what if you suppress the sky? So just driving home from work the one day, I'm just racking things through my brain, and Suppress the Sky came up, and everybody loved it.
Very cool. Hey, Antone. Being new to the band, how did you become familiar with them, and what led to you becoming part of the band?
It's a good question. We actually did a show together at the Sherman Theater for Battle of the Bands when I was in Intoxication. That was actually the first time that I met and had a conversation with these guys and watched them play. I think that was with I don't think Jared was in the band yet.
Well, that was actually our first show as a band, was at Battle of the Bands. That was Suppress the Sky's first show.
Oh, was it really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then RJ came up to me and we were having a conversation. We were, gotta watch my language here, but we were talking, and they got up, they played, and they were actually pretty good. There was a lot of people that actually enjoyed their set, and I think it was a 3-piece at that time. And RJ was the vocalist as well, and playing bass too. Is that correct?
No, he actually played guitar at that time.
He played guitar at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, yeah, it was a great night too. That was with Traverse the Abyss.
I'm familiar with those guys.
Yeah. I grew up with Eric. We went to the same school in Scranton. And then there was Project 9. They were there too, as well as Nick Tower Band.
I've seen posts from them on Facebook. I'm not familiar with them though.
Yeah. So we did a couple of shows with them when I was in Intoxication as well.
That's probably why I saw it. So eventually, like,
then a couple months ago, I actually saw a post on Facebook that they were looking for a vocalist. And I was like, oh, okay. I know these guys. I'll reach out, see if I can audition. And then I was talking to Josh. Josh and I were talking back and forth. And I guess from what you were telling me, you went to RJ and you're like, who wants to try out for the band and stuff like that?
Yeah, once I told him, he's like, oh, he's not even going to have to try out. He's already in before you even came.
They told me that, and I was like, I appreciate that. I still got to try out, but I do appreciate the positive attitude. So
very cool. So how recently did you join?
Oh gosh, what is it? Was it May, end of May, 31st, around there?
So I believe that's when it was.
Have you guys played out a few times, or still doing the rehearsal thing?
Oh, actually, our first time playing out is going to be the August 22nd show at Dingbatz.
Why don't you? We have about a minute left in this segment. Why don't you tell me about that show?
I reached out. I saw that Michelle over at Dingbatz was looking for a couple bands to fill some spots, and we actually got on the ticket with this band called Agita, Ambedo, and Cabin Fever, which I actually have here. Give me 1 second because we got a minute. I'll just show you that real quick there.
Hold on 1 second. Let's see, how can I do that? Browser. Maybe. There it is. Oh,
So
anyway, you can kind of see it.
yeah. So, but that'll be on August 22nd. $10 to get in, 12 day of, and you can find the tickets at ticketweb.com, dingbatzlive.com, and suppressthesky.com.
Okay, so we're going to take our first break. We'll be right back with Suppress the Sky. Hey, if you're just tuning in, this is Pennsylvania Rock Show, episode number 787. We just heard a brand new track from Agita. Well, it's a newly released single off of their already released album, but it's called Fireline. And we also heard 3 Leagues to Rome, which is probably within the last 2 months this song was released. It's called Blood in the Water. With me tonight on episode 787 are Josh and Antone from Suppress the Sky. And we've already been talking for about 9 minutes or so. So if you didn't hear it, you're going to have to go check Build a Scene and buildascene.com or musicfrom412.com or all kinds of other places where you'll be able to hear what they were saying. With that said, I'm going to hit Josh with my first oddball question. So Josh, you're leaving a gig, and when you exit, there's a DeLorean sitting there with its door up in the air and a flux capacitor in the back seat. So you can go back in time and basically play with any band, because that's what Marty does in Back to the Future. What band are you going to hang out with and play with?
My number one go-to is an old punk rock band called MXPX.
I remember them.
Growing up, it was a big band that me and my brother RJ used to listen to all the time. We'd even put it on when we're going to bed at night. And they used to have live albums that would have like 30 songs on it. And we just play it on repeat constantly. And they're still one of my favorite bands. So that's my go-to.
Did I ask you that one when you were on before? This is like your 3rd episode, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Geez, what was it? I mean, it's probably changed now. I mean, it's technically not, because I think I said something about Randy Rhoads, and I think now it'd probably have to be, Ozzy, the Prince of Darkness, rest in peace.
He I don't. By now, everyone has to know that was a charity event, the last concert. But I saw people right afterwards posting about how it was a money grab, and I'm like, "Are you paying attention?"
Yeah,
I was very annoyed by that.
Yeah, so was I. I was wondering, like, why. Yeah, and I guess there was something going on with the streaming too, or something like that people wanted, or they kicked the band out because they were trying to profit off of it or something.
Yes, but I don't think they ever said who it was, even though Sharon said she was going to tell you. Probably better that they don't.
Yeah, probably better off.
Let's see. We're gonna do a Forrest Gump moment. You're sitting down on a bench next to just a random person. It turns out to be your musical idol. Who are you sitting next to, and what is the one question that you're going to ask? And either one of you can start if you like.
What do you think, Josh?
That's a good one. Maybe Davey Havoc from AFI. Sit next to him.
Is there a question that you'd like to ask him?
Yeah, how does he put his eyeliner on so well? All those old albums that they have, he's got beautiful makeup on. Like, how does he do it so well? Does he have someone put it on for him, or does he do it himself?
I love that question. You can take a shot at it?
If I had to say, I think I answered this before, and I think it was Mad Shadows of Avenged Sevenfold. And my question would be, what how do you hit those notes, and what are your techniques for practicing so I can get there?
So we had an eyeliner and technique. I like it. I guess technically both are techniques. Hey Josh, so I asked you earlier off the air if you would be able to tell us about the writing process for the band, and that time has come. So how does that work for you guys?
So the writing process, it was mostly RJ writing all the songs. I'm not 100%. I don't really know 100% the process he goes through to write them. One of our old members contributed to one song. I contributed verses and our song Burning Ariel. But I know some of the lyrics are just maybe things he's feeling that day. Maybe some like fantasies he's had in his life, or unknown life events that some of us don't have no clue about. So it's a good question for him, but there's a lot of emotion in some of those songs that we have.
Now, when a song comes to the band, what's the like? How do you decide whether or not it's going to get played? How do you decide, like, do changes get made sometimes?
Oh yeah, even some of our old stuff, we're still changing it today. Like the beginning of our song "Guided Hands," we must have played that for a year and a half the same way, and just recently we're like, let's change up the beginning a little bit. But when one of us have an idea, we bring it up, and it might sound a certain way in our head before we bring it to each other. And when the song comes out, it's totally different than what we thought.
Cool. So earlier, I caught on that RJ played guitar, and now he's playing bass. Are there other multi-instrumentalists in the band?
Yeah, our new rhythm guitarist, he also plays bass. I'm not the greatest, but I'm able to play guitar and bass along with my drums. And I know Anton is pretty good on a few instruments as well.
There's a few in the room with him.
If
you're not watching the video, there's a keyboard and I think a couple guitars in the corner. Sorry, go ahead, Josh.
Actually, growing up too with RJ, we both played drums quite a bit, but he ended up progressing more playing guitar and bass, and I just ended up staying on drums.
Now, when did you know, Josh? And I know I've asked Anton this. When did you know that you were going to be a musician? Like, when did it click? Like, that's what I want to do.
Probably with my first band when I was 14. I was like, I want to always play music. I want to keep going, even if I'm old. Even if I don't make it somewhere, I want to play.
And wasn't there like actually like just recently when you started the band? Wasn't there like an epiphany moment? And like you called RJ and you're like, yo, I want to do this again.
Yeah, when back in 2023, I graduated from basic training. I'm an infantryman in the Pennsylvania National Guard, and I was down in Fort Benning, Georgia. And once I graduated, I called him. I'm like, "We're gonna get a band together. We're gonna start it." And he goes, "I'm on it." And as soon as I got back home, that's when we started putting everything together. And we were out of it for probably a good 10 years, not playing in bands, and we're like, well, time has come. We're gonna start doing this again.
Very cool. My three children are all musicians. Some of them, two of the three are multi-instrumentalists, but all three of them sing and play instruments. So my son just recently started playing bass in March, and he has purchased a second bass, and he also plays trumpet, trombone, euphonium, French horn, piano, harmonica, fife, a little bit of guitar, some drums. Basically, if it's an instrument, he's probably going to figure it out. He's in a sort of a band at school, and one of my daughters sings in that band, so we kind of have that same thing going on here. But they're in a choir at church that my daughter's singing and my son plays instruments for. So I have a feeling that they'll be in a band together probably pretty soon. All right, so we have about 30 seconds left in this segment. I do want to mention that up next we're going to hear from Black Ridge Blue Collar Blues and Half Wheel and their song Good Day. And we're going to take that second break now, and we'll come back and learn a little bit more about Suppress the Sky here on the Pennsylvania Rock Show. Okay, here we go. Hey, we're headed into segment number 3, episode number 787. That was Black Ridge Blue Collar Blues and Half Wheel Good Day. And we're going to finish up this episode with about 9 more minutes of conversation with Josh and Antone from Suppress the Sky. Again, if you're just tuning in now, you can go to buildascene.com, musicfrom412.com, and a bunch of other places, and go back and listen to the beginning of the show. So, Suppress the Sky. What was that? Sounded like a woodpecker.
my dog trying to creep in.
I
think that or my daughter, one of the two.
So if there's our answer. If you were going to open for any band, like if you had the choice, like you could select the band to open for and the venue that you would do it at, who would you want to open for and where?
I mean, this changes every few weeks, at least for me. Right now, it's probably Point North, or big time fan of Papa Roach. That would actually be a dream come true if you can open up or support Papa Roach in a concert. That'd actually be pretty cool.
Any place in particular?
No, I feel like Madison Square Garden is like the usual go-to answer for that. But considering Warped Tour came back, I'd probably say, like, if they were the headliner, right before them, and then support them at the end of the thing, just to be a part of Warped Tour itself, even though it's a festival. And more than likely, they probably wouldn't be on or headlining Warped Tour, but I mean, you never know.
How about you, Josh?
For me, it's a band that's out of really our ballpark. But my daughter's favorite band is Imagine Dragons. And seeing
My
her
daughter's
daddy up
were on
there,
that kick for a long time too.
yeah. And just seeing my daughter's face as she sees, like, her, a band her daddy's in, opening up for her favorite band. I think that would be really cool. That'd be really cool for me. And for a venue, anywhere overseas, like Germany, something like that, like overseas would be really cool. I've never played overseas. That'd be neat.
If you could write a song with anybody, and remember, you still have a DeLorean, so you can go back in time, who would you like to write a song with?
Oh, that's a tough question. Josh, if you have an answer, feel free to.
Yeah.
I'm a
big fan of Poppy. She's pretty cool. I really like her. I'd love to write a song with her.
Gonna go with that.
Yeah. I wouldn't even need a DeLorean because she's, still big now.
I mean, you could still drive it there.
Yeah.
If I had to go back in time to write a song with someone, I think it'd be pretty cool to write a song with John Lennon.
You sort of have a New York theme going on there. You mentioned Madison Square Garden and John Lennon, although originally from you know what I mean. Abbey Road.
Yeah, but that'd be pretty cool. A big part of growing up and stuff like that. So even though generational gap there, but I'm a mutt when it comes to music. I listen to everything from jazz to country to alternative. You say, you name it, I probably have or still listen to it. So,
Josh, I'm gonna kind of sort of put you on the spot here. I forgot to press my timer button. How are we on time?
I got about 3 minutes.
Okay. I just looked down, I'm like, oh. So if someone wanted to get a hold of Suppress the Sky, whether to book a show or get you on a festival or for any reason, how would they get a hold of you?
You could actually reach out to suppressthesky@gmail.com, right? You have that set up, and then also on the website. I'm not sure if I can share this real quick.
You're gonna share the website because I can do that real quick.
You can do it perfect.
I can. I have a button for that. I just gotta get the website pulled up.
Sure. And put together the website and everything. I showed them guys the website, and they loved it. You'll find
I have to spell it correctly though.
You'll find merch on the website too, with the new logo, and then also Josh has a lot of OG merch that we're gonna put on a couple T-shirts as well.
Josh, just so you know, even though you're not on the screen, they can still hear you.
Okay, sounds good.
So it's suppressthesky.com. You can see that show we talked about earlier at Dingbatz in Clifton, New Jersey. Some of the band merch. There's the flyer that we tried to show earlier. Band members. And a blog, which I should probably do, but I never do it. Blogs are good. They get you good SEO and drive people to your website. So there's your webmaster tip of the day.
Well, thank you, Bill. It's interesting when I see these guys work together. Me being very new, when Josh and RJ work together, like there's no limit to like what they can create. So I do appreciate that, coming into this band and seeing these guys, really work together.
Hey, so I think we're going to call it an episode so Josh can head off. I do have 2 more tracks I'm going to play for you. We're going to hear from Parks and Company and their song Home. And we're going to end things with the Borstal Boys and their song Time Bomb here on the Pennsylvania Rock Show. Make sure you join us each and every Monday night for a new episode, or you can head to buildascene.com and musicfromthe412.com to find past episodes. If you have a Roku, go to Roku and search Music from the 412. There are 2 Roku channels. One is on demand. The other one is like a TV network. Both of them you're able to see the Pennsylvania Rock Show on. So I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. And
Thank
you, Bill.
And we're going to head off into the evening as soon as I find the right scene. What's up, everyone? It's that time of the show where I'm going to spin the wheel and give away 2 tickets courtesy of Dressy Entertainment on behalf of Music from the 412. This show happens to be Jefferson Starship opening for Kansas. It is at the Timber Rock Amphitheater on August 23rd. Those tickets, should you need to purchase some, are available through DressyEntertainment.com. That is in Farmington, Pennsylvania, if you're not familiar with where the amphitheater is. I had 5 people sign up. Keith Laydig, Tom Trainer, Nikki Praza, Jim Franciscus, and Peggy Spiker, spinning above my head right there. I'm going to add them a few more times. I think we'll add them 1 more time. And then I'm going to go ahead and shuffle once, shuffle again. We're going to spin and find out who is winning those tickets. And the winner is Tom Trainer. Tom, keep an eye on your email. You'll be getting an email from me with information, and then you'll get a follow-up email from Dressy Entertainment explaining how to get those tickets. We're going to head off into the evening now. Make sure you head to musicfromthe412.com for more contest information. And I'm going to play a video momentarily that's going to show you some new shows that we've recently added. With that said, I am out of here. Hey, it's Bill, and I have an update on the Dressy Entertainment ticket giveaway contest. I have a bunch of concerts that we have tickets for. You will head to musicfromthe412.com/contest to enter. We have Kickin' Valentina with Bad Marriage and One Eye Daddies on September 16th at the Craft House Stage and Grill. Blood Union, Chip and the Charge-Ups, and Broom at Jurgles on September 18th. No Resolve, Shallow Side, Above Snakes at the Craft House Stage and Grill on September 21st. Toad Duet Sprocket with Vertical Horizon at Carnegie of Homestead Music Hall on October 1st. Biohazard with Onyx, Bayway, Swollen Teeth at Preserving Concerts on October 3rd. Kings of Thrash with Red Devil Vortex, Seizure, and Gravel at the Craft House Stage and Grill on October 19th. Buck Cherry with Michael Monroe at Jurgles on October 21st. And then quite a ways away, we have Burning Witches with No Consequence and Iron Brigade at the Craft House Stage and Grill. That is March 24th of 2026. So if you would like to enter any of those contests, once again, head to musicfrom412.com/contest for your chance to win. There it is.